Hey guys, it's Rebecca. So today I'm going to be doing the last 10 books tag. I was tagged in this by Jasmine's Reads, but let's just get right into the video. So I won't be talking about the books, like their plot or anything in this video, because I always talk for ages and the video literally ends up split into 3 files and all because I fill up so much space because I talk so long. The first question is the last book you didn't finish. So I still consider myself to be kind of reading this book, but I also kind of don't because I haven't picked it up in like a year, like literally a year. That book is Moby Dick by Herman Melville. I was enjoying this book and I thought that the opening chapter was the best opening chapter I've ever read. Like, his writing is literally unbelievable, but I was kind of getting confused about like the boat terms and stuff like that. I didn't really know what the boat terms were. I don't know, like it's very character based and the plot has been quite slow. Like, I was interested in it in the time. I remember just kind of getting into a YA mood. I don't know, I actually started BookTube around the time that I started this, so I started just getting into reading YA a lot more and paused reading this book because it's so long, because I thought like if I spend loads of time reading this, I'm just going to have read this and nothing else, and I don't know, I wanted to be reading more for BookTube. I just put this on a hold. I can still remember everything that happened, so I might just start off where I left sometime soon, I don't know. So the next question is the last book you reread, and that would be The City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I read this like last July, I think, so basically almost a year ago now. I haven't reread anything this year, I don't think. I rarely reread books, if I'm honest. It just rarely happens, but yeah, this was the last book that I actually fully reread. So the next question is the last book you bought. Okay, I am so excited for this, and that is The Wicked Deep by Shay Earnshaw. I think that's how you say her name. How nice is this book? I think it's so pretty. Like, for once the UK editions are as nice as the American covers. I think this is so nice. Like, it lives up to the American cover. I have heard loads of good things about this. I think I might really enjoy it because it sounds so intriguing as well. Like, the plot sounds so intriguing, so I can't wait to read it. So the next question is the last book you read but said you didn't. I didn't have an answer for this, so I kind of decided to reverse the answer and make it a book that I didn't read but said that I did read, so that I would have an answer and not leave like a whole question out. So my answer to that would be Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. My sister was obsessed with this whenever I was about 11. I decided to tell my whole primary school class that I loved Twilight and had read it loads of times and all of this kind of stuff. That just wasn't true because I thought that it would be really cool to say this. I became known as like being obsessed with Twilight, but I hadn't actually read it. Like, I went to like the movies and all because I think New Moon came out that year and I had seen Twilight, but I literally would like regurgitate everything that my sister would tell me, and it would be like proper details of like the plot and everything. So I used to just pretend that them details were coming from me and it was me that had read them, but it actually wasn't. It was my sister who was obsessed with them and I hadn't read it yet. That's what I did. I don't know why I did that, but I did, and I thought it was a good idea at the time to do that. So the next question is the last book you wrote in the margins of, and I always write in the margins of this. It's John Donne's selected poems. I love to annotate my poetry books, especially this one, because I feel like this is one that needs to be annotated because it's written in Old English, so I like to write down my own interpretations of it and stuff like that, and just what I think it means or underline bits that I really like, stuff like that. So the next question is the last book you had signed. I have never actually personally had a book signed by an author. Like, I've never met an author to get a book signed, so I decided to pick and answer just a signed book that I have, and that is Light by Michael Grant. This is such a random book because I know everybody's forgotten about these books, but I feel like they used to be kind of popular. I know that Go On was quite hyped up, like the first one. I didn't really like this series that much, but I'd gotten so far through them that I needed to know what happened, and I kind of did like them. Like, I thought they were okay. I just needed to know what happened for the final book. Whenever this came out, I bought it straight away, and in Eason's there was actually a signed edition sitting there, so I decided to buy one, and yeah, now I have a book signed by Michael Grant. It's the most random book in the world to have signed, but it's still cool. Like, I still find that cool, and it's the only signed book that I actually have. The next question is the last book you lost. I have never lost a book, thank God, so I don't have an answer to that question. The next question is the last book you had to replace. So my answer for this would be Rebecca by Daphne Honey Du Maurier. My last book of this got ruined in the rain and I had to replace my copy, and this is the replacement copy. I love this edition. I think it's really, really pretty. So the next question is the last book you had an argument over. I didn't really have an argument over this book, but I had a disagreement over it, and that is The City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. My younger sister absolutely loves the Mortal Instruments and the Infernal Devices, so the Shadow Hunter books in general. I didn't really like this. Like, I'm not a fan of it. I haven't read the rest of them, so I couldn't speak for any of the rest of the series, but I definitely didn't like this. I read this around the time where she was reading them for the first time and was really enjoying them, so whenever I would say stuff like, oh, why do you like that character, she'd be like, don't ruin it, don't say bad stuff about it because I really like it. That was the closest I really came to an argument over a book, even though it wasn't really an argument at all. So the next question is the last book you couldn't get a hold of. So I'm guessing that means like a book that you either still can't get a hold of or found it really hard to get a hold of. So I'm going to go for the found it really hard to get a hold of answer. I chose Forever Amber by Kathleen Munzer. Like, I've asked loads of bookstores and all if they had copies of this and none of them did. So I had to go and get a copy off Amazon. This is like £15 and that's expensive for a paperback. It's just so hard to get a copy, so it did take me a while to get my hands on a copy of this. So if you want to get a copy of this, definitely go to eBay or Amazon. I'm not sure if Book Depository has it. So that's it for this tag. Thank you so much to Jasmine for tagging me in the first place. I'm going to tag 3 people and hopefully none of them have done this tag. I'm sorry if the people I tagged have already done this, but I'll just tag some people anyway. So for this I'm going to tag Cats and Camera, the September issue, and Mayana over at As Told by Honey. Check out all of their channels and I'll leave their link in the description below so that you can go and check them out. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please like and subscribe because I would really appreciate that, and please let me know any thoughts that you have about this video or about any of the books that I talked about in the comments because I'd love to talk to you about books. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one.